Baseball is dead.
Rest in peace.
I've been harassed.
Have you?
I'm being harassed.
Feels like you're bringing it on yourself, if I'm being totally honest.
I'm being harassed for having a genius idea. And I feel like you guys just don't fuck with my vision. Jake does. Jake fucks with the vision.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking cigs, I'm obviously all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were supposed to have a fucking lung dart in your lip right now. Nothing, huh?
Yeah, that's not my fault, dude.
So you're starting this you're starting this new venture. You're going to just start ripping fucking heaters.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Ripping heaters. Joey made a great point. You already weren't scrambling looking for this fucking pack of cigarettes that you have.
Yeah.
That you bought on Amazon. Let's start there.
Yeah. I don't want to get my hands
cigarettes
dirty. I'm not trying to like go
Amazon.
into like a store. Like I don't trust it. I want it to be USPS delivered. You go to a gas station. As
opposed to like right from the shelf?
Yeah, like if you go to a gas station, is that really what you're looking for? Like I'm
you don't know what's in that stuff. In the gas station, you can't buy cigs from the gas station. That's ridiculous.
Like, you know what? Fuck getting hit right from like basically the distributor, right? I don't want that. Like if you can throw a middleman in here, convolute some things, that's where I'm at. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get a pack of cigarettes full of DMT.
I mean, I'm just saying, I want the top notch, best of the best cigs, and so that's why I got them on Amazon. And like I said, it is a $50 billion industry, and they don't have a face of it. And I'm trying to be that face. I want to be the face of cigs in America.
It's a bad look. That's going to be a bad look too.
No,
it's already affecting you. You couldn't find the cigarettes, and you got back on the microphone with a fucking attitude. I mean, we're merely days away from you, quite literally, JRod, sucking dick for cigarettes, and that is a bad place to be in this world. There are so many other things you could sell your soul and body for. Mm-hmm. I just don't know that processed carcinogens are the way to go, bud.
You're seeing it the wrong way, though. Like I don't know. It's not.
I've got a visual of you blowing an old man for his last cigarette, and I feel like that's not a visual I need to have.
But it's not for the cigarette. It's for the vision.
Okay. All right. Is that like could we? All right. We need somebody to draw up the silhouette of JRod blowing an elderly man between his walker while the elderly man is handing him his last cigarette. It's basically Jerry West and the NBA logo and JRod blowing an elderly man between his walker. Those are the two best logos going in business.
Yeah, but then it just says the vision.
The vision.
Yeah. Because it's not necessarily for the cigarette. It's for the dedication to be the face of the brand for the product. And in doing so, it's like a Nike sneaker deal, like $450 million in the bank.
Like if you can't see the vision through the geriatric fellatio on JRod's, if you can't see that, then that's probably a you thing.
Like I've got ideas, like how like Kyrie, LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, they all have sneakers. What if you had your own cigarette?
How about this? You know what they do? They get you a little pack of cigarettes and you flip open the top of the box and you got a little rocket inside that you can hit a button and it'll light the cigarette for you.
That's what I'm saying. But now you're starting to see the vision.
Well, but let's be honest, or let's just be clear here, abundantly clear. You're the one blowing the old dude through the walker, not me.
That's if I need it for the brand.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Think sneakers, but cigarettes.
Oh,
that's what we're doing here.
Makes a ton of sense now that you put it that way. When you frame it like that, it's almost like, why hasn't this been a thing?
Mm-hmm.
I get
Speaking of things being on fire, how about them O's, baby? How about those Baltimore Orioles, baby? You kidding me?
Hey, I mean, is it like, I don't know who we picked I'm trying to think of who I picked. I can't really think off the top of my head.
Division champs.
No, yeah, I don't think you did. Did any of us have Brandon Hyde as manager of the year?
All right.
No. I did not know who the manager of the Orioles was, to be honest.
So,
I mean, no idea.
If I'm smoking cigarettes, I don't know what you're smoking if you think that that's a viable opinion to have.
I'm just throwing it out there. It's a little early to have the conversation,
let's
but why can't...
Let's put it right back in the holster there,
JRod, I don't know. Since, just think of a random date. Since, June, I don't know, 20th, 22nd?
11th.
11th.
Yeah.
Since then, right? Yeah. I feel like the O's been playing pretty good baseball since then, have they not?
They've won 13 out of 22.
Uh-huh.
The only teams in the American League with a better record than the O's over that span, the Astros, Yankees, and Red Sox.
Wow. Okay. So 2 really good teams. Another team who's playing good baseball, and then the Orioles.
The Astros are all right.
Also right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're having a good year.
I mean, tell me why right now, if the manager of the year conversation was to end today.
Because
it's Brandon.
I mean, I could get behind this campaign. Like, if you want to make T-shirts, I'll wear it. I'll support you.
Okay.
See how that works, Dallas? When you have a dumb idea, I support you. And when I have a great idea, you're just like throwing in my face that I can't just be the face of cigarettes.
Oh, you mean all I did was invent the fucking self-lighting cigarette, rocket self-lighting cigarette? That's all I did? If that's not support...
It took you way too long.
You must be wearing crotchless panties. I don't know what kind of support you're used to, but that right there...
You throw Brandon Hyde for manager of the year, and I was like, all right, give me the T-shirt. I'm on board. And then I said I want to be the face of cigarettes. It took you 15 minutes to be like, all right, I guess, yeah, sure.
No, don't blame... Look, I may have ran you to an elderly blowjob, but outside of that, from there, I put you on a pedestal. I basically pole vaulted the idea and put a rocket self-lighting cigarette thing on the cap of the... Come on.
Yeah.
I just found out something pretty interesting.
What is it? Amazon
doesn't sell cigarettes.
That's not true.
They're not tobacco. They're not. There's no tobacco.
That's not true.
This guy's buying fake cigarettes.
What is he buying?
And he's gonna come on the podcast and be like, "Oh, I'm the face of cigarettes."
Hey,
it's this shit. It's tea. It's herbal tea.
Oh, Joey squared him
but that's
up right now.
Listen.
Yeah. What do you fucking quit looking over to the right?
I'm not looking anywhere.
You're getting fucking red. Oh yeah, you're hot.
No, I'm not.
Now. Yeah. Oh, I'm buddy.
No. There's another podcast that I'm on where we talked about how I was like, no free ads, but I'll give a free ad to Black Buffalo. I use a dip product that has no tobacco in it. Why don't they have that for cigarettes? And then some dude reached out and he was like, hey, this is what they use in the movies. These are cigarettes that have no tobacco and no nicotine in them. And it looks just like a cigarette. And I was like, oh, cool. So I'm just going to start burning those down all the time. If you don't get down with that, then I don't know what to tell you. It's not about developing a nicotine addiction.
You're
which I already have, by the way.
You're one big walking fucking breast implant. You know that?
Yeah.
You're just one big fake boob. Everything about you is fuck.
So that's why it's not about the taste of the tobacco or oh man, I could really need a cigarette right now because the nicotine. No. It's about the aesthetic.
Just look. Can we go through the guy? Oh no, that you are 1,000% about the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Let's go through how much you are about the aesthetic here. All right. Hey, is that fucking JRod Carrabis in that fucking sweet car? Is that fucking sweet? It's a V6. Well, that's all right. Hey, well, fuck. I stood next to him the other day. I stood next to him the other day though, and I feel like he's getting taller. Those are lifts.
I'm not wearing lifts.
Well, fuck. Okay. Well, so I mean, even though he was tall, he was looking good though. He looked pretty big. Yeah, he does steroids.
I'm not on steroids. I'll take a test right now. I haven't taken steroids since fucking 2011
when you were trying to make the fucking 16U team as a 22-year-old.
Yeah, and I made the team.
Oh fuck. It's becoming abundantly clear. I don't even know you. I don't even know you.
Yeah, you can't keep up with this brain. Like the fact that I thought outside the box to make cigarettes a part of my brand without the harmful effects of tobacco and whatever else. That's just next level thinking. Like you can get the look without the danger, because there's enough danger right here, baby. You don't need tobacco.
I thought, isn't your middle name Danger?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's just next level thinking that you can't keep up with. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. Hey, you nailed it.
Joey. What do you think about all this?
I'm gonna start smoking cigarettes. Fuck
like real cigarettes.
If Jared does it, then
you're inspired to smoke real cigarettes.
Yeah, they're awesome. If Jared's doing
it. Yeah, they're awesome.
Look how cool he is.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, you guys will see. Jake's gonna be the only person that's invited to my 25,000 square foot castle after I become the face of cigarettes.
Smokeless cigarettes. You become the face of smokeless cigarettes. No, that's something.
I mean, you're out of your mind if you think people aren't going to buy them.
Buy your cigarettes or the Rockets?
Yes.
Will that be real tobacco or no?
We'll have to look at the price margins, I guess.
The Fockets, the faux rockets.
Mm-hmm. No, they're real.
If it's not killing anyone, no one's gonna buy it. I'm just telling you now.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be fucking smoking herbal
the
rockets.
It's the O'Douls of cigarettes.
It's the O'Douls. Yeah.
God. What a fucking slime bag.
I mean, yeah, you guys seem super jealous right now, which is unfortunate.
That's all right.
Does Javy Báez seem super jealous of Amir Garret, or is it the other way around?
What is going on?
What's their problem?
What is going on?
Just like, fight already.
Who Amir punched out whoever he was facing, and then I don't know if he immediately looked over there, but he punched out whoever he was facing, and then started John at Javy Báez, right? Like he was not John at Javy. He said something.
He was on deck.
Yeah, well, yes, he screamed. I'm not trying to downplay what Amir did. Like they were yelling at each other for sure. But this just goes back to my whole. I don't want to go through the whole spiel, but like the hockey, like if you let these dudes have at it, I promise you, that conversation's not happening again.
Javy Báez will be dead, dude. That's why.
You let it play out one time. You let it play out one time, and it and that's the whole idea about my rule. It being voluntary. Both guys have to be committed to this, and that's where you stop it all. Like because you don't want to be that dude around the league. Like, oh, you're the guy who started talking shit, right? And then when that 30-second clock started, what'd you do? Remember when you wanted no part of that clock? So then you cannot run your mouth anymore. You can't do that because now you become the dude who, like everybody says, if we're going to drill somebody on your team, this is who we drill. Why? Well, because we know he's not about that.
Nice.
Prison it's also
rules, dude.
This is the 5th incident between these two. The 5th.
I know, man. Like they just, that's.
How do you not fight by now?
Well, that's what Javy was telling him, right? Like Javy was like, yo, if you got the fucking cojones, you got balls, you got the cojones, fucking go back out there. And it's like, hey, Javy, you understand Amir doesn't, he doesn't call that shot, right?
Right.
He can't put himself back in the ball game. You know how that works. So like that's.
I think pre-dad Amir would have just charged shortstop. Like pre-baby Amir goes out to short. Like if you're gonna chirp him from shortstop, Amir is coming to get you.
Yeah, like that. It's especially. Oh God, yeah. I don't know. I think you're right.
I don't know when he had his baby, but when Báez did the fucking bat flip, took his jersey off, fucking swept him off the field, and just put his balls in his head after he hit that fucking walk-off. He didn't even charge him. Amir was like, all right, fair enough.
Well, yeah, I mean, because that's the...
you got me.
Yeah. That's why I'm curious. Like, I think it was Amir just... I don't want to say... I mean, is it celebrating? He was just emotional after the punch-out, right? And maybe him being emotional got a mild reaction or something from Báez, who was on deck. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I didn't see what happened. I mean, have they like come out and said anything like about what happened?
I didn't see it. I think Javy just like doesn't like showboating, dude. Javy Báez is all about playing the game the right way.
That's true.
That's what it comes down to.
Not on Javy's watch.
Nope.
No.
Yeah,
they just got to fight though. Who would win in that fight? I mean, obviously Amir Garret. I don't know. Javy Báez, like everyone like refers to Javy Báez as this like little dude. He's kind of thick now.
No, Javy's thick. Javy's got a like. Come on, look at that lower half.
Yeah,
Javy's got cakes.
He's got that ass.
Javy's got cakes.
What's he standing at?
And you got a foundation. I would probably have Javy somewhere around height wise.
Yeah,
I'd say like 5'11".
He's listed at 6 feet, so he probably is about 5.
Well, you know, Amir Garrett's like what, 6'6"?
Yeah, Amir
is probably Amir's 6'5", 6'6", 250.
That's not a fair fight.
Amir's not a small dude. He's not a little fella.
He's 6'6", and it says 212. There's no way.
212? Go fuck
yeah, there's
yourself.
no chance.
212.
He's
That's
6'6",
so oddly specific, though.
I know, 212.
212.
212 and 3 stones.
Yeah. Like when I met Amir Garret, like the top of my head came up to like the middle of his eyes.
Javy is Javy's a thick dude. He's not just.
You're gonna let me get away with that now?
Skinny little biatch. No,
I was trying to do
I was like, I can see what he's doing here. He's trying to put him up to the side. Joey, if you entertain it, Joseph, you give it life, and you can't do that. You understand? You can't do that.
I thought you were taller than him. So that's why I was like kind of.
He's got like 2 or 3 inches on me, but like thickness wise, got him beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just not a fair fight. But it has to, like, this isn't over, right? Unless they're just going to be the next version of Madison Bumgarner and Yasiel Puig, where every time they play against each other, they're just going to fight.
Yeah, I think that's probably more likely.
Yeah, because I don't know that like Amir, especially when you're on 2 shitty ass teams, like what's the point of fighting each other? Like what? There's no. I guess it's just kind of your competitive nature when it's like, all right, me versus you. It's just that primal nature to have the competitive juices flowing. But when you're on 2 dog shit teams that are probably going to be sellers at the trade deadline, how can you really get fired up and be like, fuck you, like fight me? It's like, dude, I'm on the fucking Royals. You're on the fucking Tigers. What are we doing here?
No, because you still care. Like, I mean, that's how I would look at it anyway. I would understand, like, perspective gained. I get it. But like, if you were to ask me, what are you fighting for? My answer would be because I fucking care. Because I'm trying to win and I'm competing. And I don't care that this win ultimately isn't going to mean shit. I'd also like to be respected, blah, 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 blah. And again, that's going on another level if there's been back and forth disrespect. But I'm sure these guys both feel like there's been disrespect, which is why they're like jawing at each other. Why constantly?
Like, if it's such a mismatch, height and weight wise, Javy versus Amir Garret, why is Javy Báez chirping this guy when you consider this?
You don't
Amir
care.
Garret,
like, who
Amir
cares?
Garret has taken on an entire fucking team.
Does that take away from? And I guess I'm speaking from my own perspective here. This is how I look at things. So what? Javy's still upset about what he's upset about. He still feels slighted about whatever he feels slighted about. And just because
I'm just saying he has balls. It's almost like in wrestling where it's like,
who cares how fucking big you are?
there's one dude that you're forbidden of, you can't even touch the champion or else you get disqualified and you lose your championship match. Like that's basically what Javy Báez is doing. It's like, I'm taunting you under the pretenses of I know that you can't do anything about it.
Why? Because you think because Javy's like, because if you do, it's obviously unfair. Is that what you?
Pretty much. Like Amir can't just fucking run out to shortstop and attack him. He could. I mean, he's
well. You can't
if anyone
say that about
would
a
do
guy,
that.
You can't say. Yeah, I was going to say you can't say that about a guy who ran off the mound and attacked an entire dugout.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't say that
pre-Datamir though. Different guy.
You can't say that he wouldn't just turn it around and only attack one dude. It feels like that would probably be the way to go, as opposed to, hold on, there's 20-ish guys over there, or there's one dude out here. And Amir was like, I'm taking those fucking guys.
So you think you could take Amir Garret in a fight?
That is not what I said at all.
I felt like you pretty much said that.
No, that is not what I said.
I'm
trying to get.
You're like, yeah, I can't believe that.
I'm trying to get you to understand where Javy Báez
won't
is
just
coming
go out
from.
there and beat the fuck out of Amir like I would have done that.
You're the one that called Javy Báez a baby back bitch. I did not.
Call that.
No, you said.
I didn't call him.
You said Javy's bumping his gums, and that baby back bitch is hiding behind the umpires and the fact that Amir would absolutely drag him, and he knows that he shouldn't do that. Those were your words, not mine. I'm just kind of trying to put them together and figure out where you're coming from. And
I'm going to text Amir right now and say, I'm doing the podcast right now in Dallas. He's a big Javy Báez guy. He said the next time I see that pussy, it's on site.
Amir would laugh because Amir knows different.
Be like, damn. Now he might believe you or me.
No, yeah, he would believe me. He ain't believing you.
I don't know. You never know.
Those are the facts.
Yeah.
But do you think now, because they brought this beef from like two random teams and no one else, not random teams, other teams, and these new teams like have nothing to do with it? Like, do you think the Royals are going to put him in against Báez? I feel like they'd just be like, why would we even do that?
You know, like adopt. You know what, Joe? If two teams that have no reason whatsoever to hate each other now have a reason to maybe not get along, and it's just because of two random guys. I mean, Javy's not a random guy. He fucking gave him a boatload. Yeah, why not? Make it a thing. Make it a thing.
Someone said it was a mid off.
So when you get what happened?
Someone called it a mid off because
a mid off between Javy and Amir
because they're both not having great seasons.
Yeah, I'm sure that plays into it as well. Frustration's boiling.
Sure. I mean, at some point, there's got to be a resolution to this. You can't just have all this sexual tension. At some point, you got to kiss.
Let's do a fucking trick, dude. Let's get them on the pod, but not tell them. And then, you know,
and just pop up another box. Oh, whoa! Look, AG, it's Javy. I didn't know we'd see Javy here.
That'd be a great segment to just book guests with two dudes that you just know hate each other. Like, we'll get Donaldson and Tim Anderson in here.
Get their reactions.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, sorry guys. Whoops, my bad.
TA was Tuesday. Fuck, my bad, dude.
That's a us thing. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
We fucked that up.
Our talent booker, Dallas's grandmother. You have to understand. She loves her whiskey. It is what it is.
She does. Oh, that would be good.
Yeah. Javy Báez, he used to play for the Mets. Remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah. The Mets are getting Max Scherzer back today.
You know what that means?
What does that mean?
Bad news for everybody else.
Oh. Are you going to take that, Joey?
It's over for the Braves.
It's over.
It's over. It's big bag and Max Scherzer, dude. I remember him last playoffs on the Dodgers. He fucked us, man, and we lost because we're so scared of Max Scherzer. This guy's like 39, 49. How many? He has half an oblique. His back sore all the time. Mm-hmm. Fucking, it's not a good pitcher. He's not a good pitcher.
So
just kidding.
Your optimistic outlook for Max Scherzer is not bright.
No, I think Max will actually probably, if I had to guess, strike out like 12 guys tonight. Easily.
Well, it's
like
the Reds,
5
right?
innings.
Aren't they one of the fucking worst for like strikeouts?
Dude, it does not matter who he's facing tonight. Max Scherzer is gonna pop off.
I mean, he's coming back, JRod. He's coming back.
He's like,
you know what? The Braves were hot. Braves played great baseball. Braves made up some ground.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have made up a little more ground based on the way they played, but the Mets played really well. And now they're getting guys back who weren't a part of them playing really well. And these guys are going to help them play potentially even better. That's what's scary, because not only is Max Scherzer on his way back, Jacob DeGrom is undressing minor leaguers for fun these days.
Did you hear what he said?
No, what did he say?
He said that he feels 100%.
Oh,
damn!
Ooh.
He said
you should have told Joey to put earmuffs on.
He said he feels 100%. He was Sunday night against it was a single A team, but whatever. Still blowing a hundo.
Yeah.
And then after that, coming off the mound saying, I feel 100%.
Like, oh, that was good. That was fun. That was fine.
Jacob DeGrom, I don't know. I mean, like if you're at single A now, you'll probably do how many innings did he go? 2?
1.
So then his next
I think 1 and 2/3.
They'll be between 2 and 3. Then they'll try and get 4.
Yeah, you're usually going. Well, I mean, his it was probably just 25 pitches. It sounds like.
Yeah,
if it was just 1 inning.
So he's probably still like 4 weeks away.
Yeah, I would say like probably 4 starts maybe.
Damn, by then he'll be like 200%.
He'll go from 25.
That's really scary, man.
Yeah. That means the fastball is now like 202.
Mm-hmm.
The slider's coming in at
it'll be
at 101
by then.
Well, good thing he's going to the Braves next year anyway.
You think so?
That's what Buster Only said.
Come on. Uncle Stevie did what he did to go get Max. You think Uncle Stevie's letting Jacob D roll?
He went 2 innings and struck out 5 of the 6 batters that he faced.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah, well, think about the poor minor leaguers.
Really? You're in single A, dude.
Fucking DeGrom today. I mean, you're excited about it. Let's not get it twisted. You're excited about it because you just want to see that. Like, you're never, like, rarely are you going to physically, like, visually see that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there's only a select few who can throw a baseball that hard, make it do what it does, and put it where he puts it with that kind of consistency. There's a handful of guys that can do that. He's one of them.
So he's penciled in right now to go Friday, another single A start at Daytona Beach. So this is from Anthony DeComo. He said, even with an extended rehab, he remains on track to return by the end of July.
Whoa.
Which, that's pretty much what I said, right? 4 weeks? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Because he went on what, Sunday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that just means that the Atlanta Braves better pack a fucking lunch.
I think you forgot about another guy coming back in June or August.
Who's that?
Michael Soroka.
Oh, I did see that update yesterday.
Mike Soroka.
Also returning, your favorite player. Maybe not. Who knows? Eddie Rosario.
Ooh.
Also,
he was basically a
pretty
net
good player
this year.
He was what?
A net negative.
He was
This year.
because he had one eye. Now he's a net positive.
Jesus, Jared. Oh my God. Wow. Unbelievable.
But
Are you vision shaming, Jared?
no,
Are you sure? Because it sounds an awful lot like
Hear that?
you're
If you're listening and you got glasses, Jared doesn't fuck with you.
Yeah, Jared
dude.
off your train. Jared fucking hating all the one-eyeds out there,
No
he
way.
says.
the
Yeah,
one-eyeds.
You
He
said
was
it.
4 for 48.
You called him
083.
Eddie the Cyclops. We heard you.
No, I didn't. I never said
Yes,
that.
you. Okay. You can
No, I
just
didn't.
rewind that.
Yeah,
By
but
the
what
way-
is he since he returned?
I don't know.
I'm looking it up. I think he's good for 4.
500.
He at least got one hit yesterday. Let's see. He's 1 for 4.
That's pretty good.
He's on a
It's more hits
hitting
than
streak.
Dallas had in the big leagues.
Small body of work.
Yeah. So is this. 4 ABs is all it took him.
Back.
It is.
What else?
I mean, are you? I know that you're going to play it cool, Joey. But is there any part of you that
No.
was like, our time to catch the Mets or pass the Mets without DeGrom or Scherzer, like that time is coming to an end? So like, fuck. Is there any part of you that feels that way?
No. Like, I mean, it's a worse. I would guess the odds are worse, but I knew they were going to come back eventually. That
Yeah,
wasn't
but
the
I'm
cards.
saying,
We
like-
already got we made up like 10 games.
That's why. Well, that's why
7.
I said what I said. Is you played so well during that time, you made it up, and you were still, I think, at the height of it. I mean, like right now is as good as it's ever been. You're 3.5 out. That's as good as it's ever been, right? 3.5, 4 games out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. So this year,
So that's
but
So that's as good as it's ever been. And we said this last week before last, I believe, and I said, think about the run that the that the Mets or that the Braves have been on, and it's taken the Mets to play the way that they have for this to look the way it does. The Braves, that's why I said the Braves probably feel like they should have been a lot closer and made up even more ground based on the way they were playing.
Yeah, they won
So
14
that's a
straight.
compliment. That's a compliment.
to the Mets.
The problem is, no, that's a compliment to the Braves. I just said the Braves should have probably made up more ground
Okay.
based on the way they were playing. The only problem with that is there was another team playing good baseball as well. That would be the Mets. So the Braves quite literally did everything they could possibly do for 2 fucking weeks, which is win every fucking game they played for 2 weeks. And that's my point, is that all happened without the guys for the Mets going to be taking the ball that are soon going to be taking the ball, filling up 2/5 of that rotation. The guys that are in place right now have been doing the work for the Mets. Those guys are now going to be asked to do even less because we've got these 2 animals coming back.
Yeah, if you look at it that way, like the Mets, they did pretty good without 2 of their best pitchers. Bassett's been out. I think, wasn't Taijuan Walker out?
Mm-hmm.
So logically, they would get even better with them.
McGill,
that
Tyler
doesn't-
McGill was out.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Shout
I
out
think
to his
he's out
mom.
for the rest of the year, right? He's on the 60, bruh. Not
Yeah.
good.
Mm-mm.
Sorry to Tyler McGill. Sorry. Anyway, now I got sidetracked, dude. You got me. I don't like talking about injuries. You know that, man.
Right.
But what this algorithm doesn't take into account is that they're still like the Mets, and that everyone knows, and underneath all the money, they still kind of fucking suck.
Yeah.
And the Braves are the champions. And we're also getting a shot in the arm because we're getting Eddie Rosario back, Tyler Matzik,
It's not like you were
and
from
Mr.
Philly
Soroka.
there. There's actually, if you kind of wanted a boost of like serotonin, there was someone that I kind of wanted to talk about today. Spencer Strider.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fucking owner of the hardest heater for starters
What was it? 102.6 or something like that?
I thought it was 102.4. I'll give him 102.6. That fucking mustache, he deserves 102.6.
Have you seen his thighs?
Yeah. Fucking Quadzilla.
Yeah, it reminds me.
Can't miss him.
That guy.
I helped him out with that.
But know what we should be talking about? Not that, the Braves were so good and they only made up this many games. It's like the Braves fucking went like 1 in 1,000 in the first 2 months. And what did the Mets do? Got a 3.5 game lead? You fucked up, Mets. We couldn't even get a fucking hit for like 2 months. We sucked.
You were running guys out there with one eye.
We were going one. Yeah. Fucking, we got Marcell Ozuna in left field. He can't even throw the ball.
It's tough for him to catch it too sometimes.
He can't catch either. He can bang when he gets hot, but he can't fucking catch. And we didn't have Ronald. Now we got Ronald.
Right.
Did not have Ronald. I mean, you could try to make a case, Joe. I just don't know that not having Jacob DeGrom and now getting Jacob DeGrom back and not having Max Scherzer now getting Max Scherzer back. I feel like those are two really good pieces to get back. I feel like those two pieces carry a lot more weight than just two pieces.
Those are two very big pieces.
Some would say the biggest pieces.
That could be the two biggest pieces in the league.
Yeah, some could say that those are the two biggest pieces that any team could possibly get.
The largest two-piece combo.
Yeah.
The Braves have been beating the fucking both. Okay, I don't even. We can move on, but I'm just saying, fucking the Braves.
No, you're fine. Yeah,
we fucking played against Max Scherzer. We've been in the Max Scherzer and Jacob DeGrom's division for fucking 10 years. It's never really been a problem.
Not at the same time.
So maybe you guys, American League, you guys look at these guys like as heroes. You guys are like, mythical creatures. We see these guys once a month, They're good pitchers. It takes more than a good pitcher to beat the champs.
That's right. That's right.
No, for sure. I mean,
it's good attitude. Though.
I feel like two good pitchers probably helps. And then maybe if you even have a couple more good pitchers.
Yeah. Just like a shelf of Cy Young awards.
Name more good pitchers, dude. They don't have shit.
Yeah.
They got a couple guys.
Oh, Joseph.
We got guys.
You don't want to, I know you don't believe that.
Spencer Strider is a guy, though.
Spencer Strider, a guy.
90 strikeouts in 59 and 2/3 innings. 90.
He's a dude.
You kidding me? 90 strikeouts in 59 and 2/3 innings. You want to do that math? What's that strikeouts per 9, Dallas? Do you have any idea?
What'd you say? 90 strikeouts in how many innings?
59 and 2/3.
It's 14.2.
It is 13.6.
I was close.
With call it a 1. He's got a 1 even whip, a 2.87 ERA. The FIP is even better. He's got a 2.01 FIP. This guy's fucking. He should be at the All-Star game, bar none. No questions asked.
He's rookie of the year, right? He's rookie of the year.
NL.
Yeah.
Who else?
Who's having a better year?
Oh, Michael Harris Jr. Second. Apologize.
You got to watch him. I mean,
it just keeps getting better.
Teammates taking votes away from each other. Do what?
He homered on Sunday.
Yeah, the game was the game winner in the 9th.
No, he tied it in the 9th, and then we blew it. But
what I love about Spencer Strider though is his ability to compete in the strike zone, and I'm talking in the strike zone with 2 strikes. And what that means is instead of nibbling, right? Instead of trying to set a guy up here and there, whatever, which you still do inherently because you miss as a human being, but you can work off of a miss, especially if it's competitive around the strike zone. Well, this motherfucker is in the strike zone and he's baffling people in the strike zone. Opponents have a 28% miss rate against Spencer Strider in the strike zone.
Where does that rank?
Just think about where does that rank? It's tied for the best in baseball.
With Edwin Diaz?
No. Think again. When you think swing and miss, when you think power shit, and you think
Hater?
In the strike zone filling it up right now, it's a name that I know not a lot of people might have had on their list. But this dude right now,
starter or reliever?
Starter. Front runner for the Cy Young in the American League. In my opinion. In my humble opinion.
It's not Gausman.
Not Gausman.
He's
front runner.
Robbie Ray, best strikeout pitcher of all time. That's
a
easy.
lot of people are saying that.
But that seems too obvious, so I don't think that's it.
Right. Who is it, Dallas?
Give me the lefty. Shane McClanahan.
Punched out what, 12 on Sunday?
Yeah. Punched out 12 on Sunday.
He's nasty.
He's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
He is disgusting. 474 total swings against Shane McClanahan, 134 misses. Woo. Yeah. For Spencer Strider, 367 total swings against him, 104 misses. Those are both 28.3% clips.
So what, he's just fucking blowing? Because he only has 2 pitches. So what's the strategy there?
Who only has 2 pitches? Spencer Strider?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just freaking throw it?
Just freaking
throw Can you...
Let it eat is what you do.
That's the strat. And it's just unhittable.
Well, no, it's not about... It's look, that's why I said being able to pitch in the zone and compete in the strike zone, that matters too. Like that matters. It's the fastball. Like this is a guy, and it's a tough conversation to have because he has an elite fastball, right? Elite fastball. We're talking upper nines, 98, 99. He's 98 to 100, you know? Other guys, 94, 96, sometimes 96, 98. They can go get 100. This dude's 98 to 100.
Spencer Strider is averaging 99.51 miles per hour with his fastball in this month, which is really just his last start.
And on the Baseball is Dead podcast, we round up here. So that's 100 miles an hour.
Also, April, 98.7, May, 98.3, June, 97.7. But that's for averaging for the month.
Yeah, well, that is something to pay attention to, the 97, because you are obviously starting to see just a slight tick down. But the point here is that the motherfucker blows chundos.
Yeah.
That's the point. And just to your pitch usage point, Joey, throws the heater about 73% of the time, throws the slider about 25% of the time, which leaves a couple wiggles for some combios, and that's it.
Yeah. He's a guy.
Yeah.
He's a guy. Dallas, do you have the fucking balls to put a future on Strider to win the Cy Young Award this year?
JRod, I can't legally gamble from where I reside here.
Oh. Well, I mean, you bounce around. You can place a wager in one of your states.
But buddy, let me I mean, what's the body of work look like for old Spencer Strider?
I just fucking told you.
No, did you? I don't know. Was I paying attention?
Yeah, 287, a 201 FIP, 90 strikeouts, and 59 2/3 innings.
I feel like we're going to have to... So how many starts has he made?
He's made 7 starts, 18 appearances.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think that... I don't know.
Yeah, you need more starts out of the guy. You're going to... He's going to be one of those guys that comes in and it's like, all right, does he have the innings? And it's a whole...
Right. It's going to be close. I mean, you know what? Just depending on what the numbers look like, obviously for him, I mean, that could be there could be value there depending on what the,
big value.
I don't know. We talking plus like, I don't know. We're talking plus like 2,500. I'm into that. That sounds good.
Yeah. Anyways, it's time to step up to the plate with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. New customers can bet just $5 on any game and get $150 in free bets no matter what, win or lose. If you're looking to turn another small bet into a big payday this baseball season, you can do that with DraftKings same game parlays, which I fucking drilled mine yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was yesterday. Yesterday. Yeah, fucking drilled that shit. Create your own parlay. No, it's not. Create your own parlay by combining multiple bets like which team will win, total runs, extra innings, and more. And boom, you have a shot at an even bigger payout. I got my Nerfy parlay going today. What is it? What do I got? I went with Mariners, Padres, Angels, Marlins, and Royals, Astros. Nerfy, again, no run first inning. I like my chances. Dallas, you like my chances?
Yeah, in which games? Say them again.
Mariners, Padres, Angels, Marlins, Royals, Astros.
Angels Marlins is a tough one because I mean you got a couple dudes out there.
You got fucking Thor and Alcantara.
Yeah, okay.
That's that. I mean, I like that one the best.
Yeah,
you have Gilbert, Clev, Greinke, Garcia. I like my fucking chances, Dallas.
Yeah, the Alcantara. Yeah, kind of takes away what I was thinking. Like it's fucking Trout and it's Ohtani. You got
it's fucking the best pitcher on planet Earth.
Yeah, against the arguably two best baseball talents on planet Earth. So
yeah, well they kind of suck.
Same record as the Orioles.
Yeah, is that true?
Yep.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be shitting me.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say the Orioles or the Royals?
Orioles.
I mean, the Orioles are one of the best fucking teams in the league right now. That's facts.
Royals.
No cap, King. No cap. Right now, if your same game parlay doesn't hit, you get a free bet back up to $10. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the promo code JRod, JARED. New customers can make any $5 MLB bet and get $150 in free bets no matter what. That is promo code JRod. Only at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See the show notes for details. MLB trademarks used with permission. I know we already talked about this, but I'm really excited for the All-Star game. Fucking Joey's going. It's Joey's first All-Star game. Jake's gonna be out there. Me and Dallas. Should we discuss it privately or should we have the discussion right now of like I feel like we should definitely have a color scheme for the red carpet. I don't want to go Dodger colors, but like I'm seeing like LA, Hollywood. Like, do we go do we go like fucking yellow and red like Hulk Hogan?
What I just thought about? We got to, I mean,
I see pink and yellow.
I feel like we're going to have to get our shoe game correct.
Yeah, I've got sneakers that I've never worn picked out for this.
Okay, see, I was going to go
I'm
custom
willing to
route. I was going to go custom route, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean like there's definitely like design like sneaker guys that will.
Yeah, that's
let's
my
do
point.
it. Let's fucking do that. Yeah, just some white
because
some
the
white,
homie
Air Forces.
No free ads. Yeah, exactly. We go Air Forces. Yeah, we go. I mean, you get the ones. Like
yes.
Ones are that's what I got for the for that baseball game that we
Is there
threw
enough
together.
Time though?
Yeah, there's enough time, Jared. You want to know why there's enough time?
Why is there enough time?
Because you got enough money.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Gal.
Yeah. All right, let's get on that then, like today. And
that
be like,
fucking
hey, like,
DK Cheddar player.
Yeah. Joey, what size shoe are you?
10.
Okay.
Wait, you gonna buy me shoes? I don't even know.
You just fucking put the shoes on and shut up, Joey.
Yeah, we're talking about. I was planning wearing spikes, honestly, full uniform. Thought we were.
That might be a little aggressive.
I mean,
I feel like we have to go. Yeah, that's a great idea. Sometimes you say stuff that's really dumb. That was not one of those times.
No, no. For the most part, I allow my genius to flow freely.
Not really.
And you guys are blessed for it and you're better people for it.
Mm-hmm. I do like that idea.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've got a company in mind. I've got a group in mind. I like to keep things in-house, baseball world.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you know the people that make the custom cleats for the players, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I've talked to them.
Yeah. We got guys. Beautiful. Speaking of fucking guys, I was gonna. Well, you know what? No.
What? Go on.
No, I'm done.
I want you to.
I want you to finish. I want you to finish.
Yeah, I know. I want you to continue your thought. Go ahead.
Nope. Done.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
What are you gonna say?
Not gonna say anything. This is what I'm gonna do.
All right. Well, Dallas is thinking of what he wants to say. Blue Moon. We love Blue Moon.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best combos in the game is Blue Moon and baseball. I feel like they better have some Blue Moon out there for the All-Star game because that's what I want to be sipping on during the Home Run Derby. Are we going to the Home Run Derby?
I think it's still unconfirmed.
Okay.
The fuck? I'm in the Home Run Derby.
That's true. Baseball and beer go hand in hand, and Blue Moon is the perfect.
I need you to confirm that because I want some Blue Moons.
Blue Moon is the perfect stadium companion with its bold flavor, bright explosion of color, iconic orange slice ritual, and authentic ballpark roots. In fact, Blue Moon was born in a ballpark first created at the Sandlot Brewery in Denver, Colorado.
Hey, let me just get this out there before you go any further. I drink Blue Moon, and I put an orange slice in it. And if you got a problem with that,
who doesn't?
You can get fucked.
Who doesn't? I think it's weird if you don't.
I felt like I got a little attitude the last time.
From who?
Let me hold on. I'm trying to think of where I was. Right before we were actually, I was in New York.
Oh my God.
I was in New York. We were in New York and I ordered a Blue Moon.
That wouldn't happen in Rado.
And I asked, I said, can I get citrus? And the look was almost like, if you ever have a child, I need you to name it after me. All right? Like, we're just going to cavalierly throw that. Like, fucking calm down. Yeah. You got it on tap. Draft. I want a fucking orange slice in there. I want to let that thing to I want that thing to effervesce.
It's like, do they even know who you are?
Oh, don't even get me started, Joseph. No fucking respect. Yeah, but I'm here to tell you that I drink Blue Moon and I drink it with an orange slice. Sorry, Jared.
Not to brag, but Roger Clemens just liked my tweet.
What'd you just tweet?
I tweeted about his son.
During the pod?
No. This is from, I think he hit a home run like a few days ago. So he's obviously just like catching up on my tweets. He's a big fan.
Yeah, just scrolling through.
Yeah, he's a huge fan.
Did you just call Roger Clemens an absentee father for not checking up on his son for over 2 days? Is that what you just said?
No. I said
he's got like 6 of them, right? He's got like 6 of them.
I know. And Jared's fucking firing arrows at the guy.
He keeps up with the whole league by looking at my tweets.
Man.
From the first pitch to extra innings, a Blue Moon guarantees a one-of-a-kind beer experience every single time. It's carefully crafted and full-flavored with refreshing notes and a smooth, creamy finish. Why strike out with the same old beer when you can get something one-of-a-kind? Best served with a signature orange garnish to showcase its beautiful hazy color. A beer this good only comes around once in a blue moon. But you can get it all season long. Break out of your same old beer slump. Blue Moon Belgian White is one of a kind every time. Get Blue Moon Belgian White delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/JRod to see your delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/JRod. Blue Moon, made brighter Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Well, you're talking about the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you have noticed this or not, JRod.
Yeah. What's up?
Somebody who likes to keep up on the voting and the numbers and where things are at right now.
Yeah.
Do you know who happens to be the leading vote getter for the All-Star game? Do you know who that is?
Mike Trout.
It is not Mike Trout.
Shohei Ohtani.
It isn't Shohei either. No, it is
Mookie Betts.
Close.
It should be Rafael Devers. Oh, who's
it's Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
It's Aaron Judge. Do you have a problem with it being Aaron Judge? Is there a reason why it shouldn't be Aaron Judge? Or do you think it's easier for you to make an argument for other players? What's easier, to tell me why it's not Aaron Judge, or to give me an argument that you think will stand up against why it isn't Aaron Judge?
So here's where I come down on this.
Okay. Aside from the elderly man through his walker, what else are you going down on?
Right. Here's what I got. I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
Is Aaron Judge having the best statistical season of any player in baseball? No. Is he having the best offensive season of any player in baseball right now? Also no. But it is the all-star game, and he's having an MVP caliber season for the best team in baseball, which is also the most famous franchise, maybe in all pro sports, but definitely in our game. So if it's the all-star game, I don't have a problem with Aaron Judge getting the most votes because he's the biggest star. I think people want to see Aaron Judge. So I have no problem with him being the lead vote getter. Like, that's kind of like, once you took it out of it of like the All-Star game winner decides home field advantage in the World Series, which was always stupid. I always hated that. Now that it's just about seeing the stars, is there an issue with Aaron Judge being the most demanded star? No. I mean, it should.
Well, let's just get Albert Pujols. Let's just get Albert Pujols in there then.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you know what? Have a Cardinals faithful? Yeah, Cardinals faithful, get your shit together. If you feel a certain way about it, show them. Because that would be a great send-off, right? Because if the Cardinals faithful really wanted to be like, you know what? We're glad he came back. We'll help get him to L.A. We'll go out to L.A., show him some love. We know it's the last go-round. I don't know. They could do that. That's something you could do. That's something you can do. Because there's other folks who are getting votes that people are like, oh, well, you know, I don't know that they should be getting votes.
Well, I have something against Aaron Judge.
What is it?
What do you got against
Not against
Aaron
him,
Judge?
but I just have an interesting stat. You know, I'm stats. Like, I know the numbers and stuff. He's got the same WAR, exact same WAR via Fangraphs as Dansby Swanson.
Ooh.
I bet you didn't know that.
Dansby having a hell of a year.
That's just more of a shout out to Dansby.
Dansby having a hell of a year.
Can I make this point also really quick about when you mentioned Albert Pujols being in the All-Star game? In Cal Ripken Jr.'s final season, he was an All-Star, obviously, and it was a great moment. He homered. It was a great moment. They did the whole thing with like JRod, letting him play shortstop. Cal Ripken Jr. at the time of that All-Star game in his final season was hitting .240 with a .594 OPS.
Yeah, well, that was still pre-analytics, right? Where
you
were still able to.
Some of the Derek Jeter All-Star games are might be worse, and it wasn't his last year. Like, Derek Jeter had the second worst WAR in the American League out of any shortstop made the All-Star team in 2011.
Well, this is where, again,
Albert Pujols has a .601 OPS.
So here's my thing is, if you're going to tie And this is something you got to understand. And this is something that I think, I don't want to say secretly, and I don't even know if they acknowledge this and understand this as well as a front office or as a commissioner's office. But if you are allowed to tie compensation to certain achievements like All-Star, things of that nature, and All-Star is as subjective as whether or not you're a good dude. Like straight up. If you're a good dude and you get love from the fans and you play a little bit, you can be an all-star. And it's like, is the game and the commissioner's office and, MLB marketing, and are they going to get behind you? Are they going to rally around that? Because if they do, then they might have something that they could build up and could continue to sell year in, year out. Now, that would be dependent upon the player performing to a certain extent and still generating that kind of relationship. But when I think about stuff like this, I always think about the vote for the race to be the face of baseball. And it was David Wright, the captain of the New York Mets, who was up against Eric Sogard, who is a journeyman. I love Sogi, but a journeyman utility infielder. Right? Like those two people are probably not generating the same war. Their productivity probably a little different, and their value, quote unquote, in the game probably a little different. But Eric Sogard, because of the fan support, is right there. So if you want your guys to be there, they can be there. And that's what the All-Star game, a lot of it is about, is the fans being able to celebrate their favorite players, the players that excite them, the players that have them tuning into baseball. And I think for the most part, you're going to find that those players are pretty good players.
Well, who's in right now who shouldn't be? Good.
Didn't the Jays have like 5 guys already in there?
The Jays have, Vlad, Santiago Espinal. I mean, look at him and Altuve, those numbers together. Bo Bichette.
I mean, Yachty is 3rd for catchers.
George Springer.
I love that Jazz Chisholm is leading second baseman for the NL.
Yeah, but who else is going to beat him?
That's true. Ozzy doesn't have a foot.
Yeah. I mean, the sad thing is Jazz might not even be able to play.
Yeah, I mean, is Pete Alonso
2nd, I think. Bryce Harper is leading all DHs.
Pete Alonso's 2nd, 1st or 2nd?
Pete Alonso's 2nd, I believe.
Where would you guys look for the results or the voting shit?
I'm just looking. Google.
Oh.
Albert Pujols is 3rd in the technically 2nd because Bryce Harper is not going to be able to play.
So how does it work? You get voted number 1, you're in, and then they pick the rest?
I guess. I mean, like the manager, I think the manager can pick. It's the dumbest fucking rules. Like Albert Pujols is probably going to get picked. If he's 3rd for DHs and technically 2nd, then he's probably going to go. Because it's William Contreras and then Albert Pujols.
Well, it'll be a nice moment. He'll tip his cap. We'll stand up.
Yeah.
He'll get a knock. We'll cry.
Alejandro Kirk leading catchers by a healthy like he has like 1.2 million votes.
He's the leader
over Trevino.
Yeah, he deserves it.
He's the leader.
But Canada helps.
Sure does. I just
Vladdy
watched
Jr.
him.
number 1.
Fucker rakes.
Yeah, like people up in Canada are just like, listen.
Like the last 2 weeks though, like these guys, I mean, they have like Kirk, Gurriel.
Yeah, but I don't disagree.
Oh, no. What sucks is that Ty France, I hope Ty France is back and healthy and can play. I don't think that's going to be the case.
But he deserves the nod.
Yes, absolutely.
So what happens with Shohei? Does he get voted in as a pitcher or a DH? Or can he make both? Or can they just get his own? He should get his own category and just be in it every year.
Like he'll just be an all-star every year. We agree? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I hope so.
Just move on from that. Like, just put him there. He's there.
Put him in the All-Star game. Put him in the World Series. Home Run Derby.
Oh, that's not something that a lot of people think is ever going to happen, Joey.
What?
Shohei in a World Series, at least in Anaheim.
Oh, yeah, that's not happening.
Not in Anaheim.
I mean, the fact that that was jarring. The Angels having the same record as the fucking Baltimore Orioles. Come on.
It's not good.
It's really bad. I mean, what the fuck? They started off so hot. Like their April was great. I didn't fall into the trap of, all right, this is the year, but it was like, this is refreshing.
Sometimes win-loss records don't reflect the progress that's really being made, and that's okay. So that doesn't.
I mean, the Oakland A's are
we just don't need to talk about
win-loss
records. Is all I was saying. We can move right along. Jake, what do we got?
We can move right along.
I want to talk about a team that's worse than the Athletics.
There's no team worse than the Athletics.
Can you not
the
right
American
now?
League.
This is not
the
even
Oakland
on the rundown.
A's,
When I look at the rundown,
if the Oakland A's were in the American League East,
check that off.
They would be 32 games back of first.
That's not a.
They have the worst record in the American League. They have a .329 winning percentage.
But I was looking at Fangraphs today, and the Detroit Tigers have a negative WAR, negative .6 WAR. So that means, according to Fangraphs, they could literally drop every single player they have and just pick up players that are free agents in MLB right now and be better. Makes no sense how you could have that. It's insane.
That's tough. That's real tough. Almost as tough as... Wait, do they have the worst record in baseball?
The Tigers? I don't
know. The A's.
No.
The A's do. Yes. They have the worst record in Major League Baseball. Yeah, they are 32 games behind the New York Yankees.
It's early.
We're not in their division. I don't know why that's even a thing.
Even the Reds are better than the A's. And the Reds aren't
they just as of right now, the wins and losses are uneven.
Yeah. I see the Nats are right there with the third worst record in baseball. Juan Soto has 19 more walks than the next closest player in Major League Baseball.
It's an eyeball.
Yeah.
That's why he does what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Separation, balls, strikes, hammer mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
They need him to get hot.
Yeah.
Nats. You know what, Jared? Sometimes shit just doesn't work out, dude. And it is what it is.
Sometimes shit just doesn't work out. Yeah. No, I feel that. I feel that for sure.
What do you want him to do?
Well, speaking of Soto, he had the left calf tightness.
Mm-hmm.
MRI taken on Sunday night showed that everything was fine.
We good. He's fine.
He's good. We already talked about DeGrom and Scherzer. Frankie Montas. That one was interesting. He exited Sunday's start after one inning due to tightness in the back of his right shoulder. He wasn't able to get fully extended on his pitches, Mark Kotsay said. Scheduled to undergo an MRI today to determine the severity of the injury. Is there an update there, Dallas?
Nothing to see here.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Nothing
Montas
to see here.
himself said, I don't think it's anything bad, just soreness and maybe some inflammation. Nothing I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Is that famous last words?
All good. No, all good. Why wouldn't it be? Why? I mean, he's fine. He's a big fella. He's a strong fella.
So you think he's out for the season?
Nope.
You
No, I
don't think that?
Not at all. I would never say that.
Because as of an hour ago, the Mets were, quote, aggressively pursuing Frankie Montas.
That's rough, dude, for the A's.
Mm.
Because, yeah, even if he's fine, it's definitely going to hurt the trade value.
Mm-hmm.
You got to assume.
Yeah, no, I mean, if and this isn't me speaking about Frankie specifically and the team specifically, this is me just speaking in generalities. But as a player, and especially as a pitcher, if you were in a position where it's getting close to the deadline, the fact that there's been a conversation around you moving prior to the All-Star break, and you've been pitching well or you've been playing well, whatever it may be, and now you get pulled out of the lineup or you get pulled out of the game, and there's not much to go on as to why, except for, a report, shoulder, okay, they're going to get a picture taken, all right. Well, let's see what the report is there with that imaging. But JRod, as you said, there's conversation about, maybe there's phone calls that are being made. And I think you could start to, you put on your tinfoil cap, you start to say, oh, I don't know, man. Did this guy get pulled out of the lineup, or did this guy get taken off the mound because they're starting to have aggressive conversations and you don't want to run the risk of injury and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to call that far-fetched, but like if a guy's going well, like I don't know, you're not going to pull a guy out of the lineup and set him for 2-3 days until something gets done. You're going to keep him off the mound.
Well, the
velocity. You're going to need him to make another turn, and if you don't have anything in line, what I'm saying is, it's a thought that I'm sure I'm not the only one that has had when it comes to situations like this, because, whether you like it or not, there's stories about stuff like that happening. I mean, you see it all the time. Come the trade deadline and look, guys are going to get called up, right? You get pulled out of the game at whatever lower level you're in, and it's a movement thing. Yeah, we got to get you there, but also like, hey, let's get you out of here, get you off your feet, get you moving.
Which, if you're going to fake an injury, though, you'd probably go with like blister, maybe not shoulder.
Well, that's exactly like and you're not going to get an MRI.
Yeah,
like that's really dressing it up, right? And I mean, because and again, this is getting in the weeds here, but like if a player is going to get an MRI where there's like an injection, like an orthogram, which is where they inject dye into your body part, and they're basically looking for tears and leaks, and they're going to follow the dye. Like that's, it's invasive to an extent, minimally invasive, if you will. But
I wouldn't put it past Steve Cohen, though. I wouldn't put it past Steve Cohen orchestrating that to fake the injury. Looks like a shoulder. No one else wants to trade for him. They got an under the table cash deal. It's going to send a lot of money to the A's. That's seeming like the most likely thing right now.
No, Frankie's fine.
Let's see if he can't even take the ball. Doesn't seem like it.
He's going to be fine.
Yeah.
And he's still in Oakland A today.
I don't know if that's a good
We're
thing.
all Oakland A's today, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
We're all Oakland A's today.
Wow.
Fastball usually 96, 97. He was 93, 94.
Just a couple ticks down, dude. That's all. Just a couple ticks down. Like I said, just couldn't get it going. Just tough to get it going some days. That's all. It's not a big
Sounds
deal.
like he wants to be an A. He's just, slow,
It's not a big deal. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm just we're touching on all potential scenarios, throwing all potential scenarios out there. I believe Frankie is just fine. I do not believe this is a scheme of any sorts on anybody's behalf. Uncle Stevie, I've said it. If Uncle Stevie had a jersey, I would buy Uncle Stevie's jersey.
I'd burn it. For all the people he ripped off in the market, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I always forget about that. Like, I only know him or like consider him Uncle Stevie the GM. I forget that he'd been dabbling in folks' pockets. Can't be doing that.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Uncle Stevie. Can't buy the jersey. I tried.
Speaking of the Oakland A's broadcast, we got a Mr. Peña drop.
We did get a Mr. Peña.
We did. We did get a Mr. Peña.
Yeah.
And I mean, no one appreciated it more than me, I don't think.
I did.
Joey,
were you watching? Were you watching, Joe? I'm sure you caught the clip.
I saw the clip, man, and I was like, I didn't know it was you at first. I thought it was just like a random guy, like another broadcaster.
Who else you think's calling the A's game, Joe?
I wasn't really paying attention to the team. I just saw it on Twitter. Someone filmed it on their TV.
Joey, Dallas Braden, former left-handed pitcher, Oakland A's, current podcaster and broadcaster for the Oakland Athletics. I do the color commentary for the Oakland A's, Joe.
Also, Dallas's voice is very distinguishable.
Dude, I was in a car. I just got out of the river. I was on a paddleboard and shit, you know?
Jared, you say that, but I just dealt with a moron on Twitter who was like, you've been so negative about the ballpark and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going, what the fuck are you smoking, bro? Because what? No, that's an impossibility. You've got the wrong guy. No, man, we listened to it in the car. Me and 4 fans together. We fucking heard you with Chris Townsend just going in on the A's, super negative on the ball. And I'm just like, dude, you've got to be outside of your fucking mind, dude. Like, you have no idea what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. And like, I DM'd this dude and was like, look, I'm not going to publicly lambaste you right now. I'm not going to just fucking torch you because that's not how I roll. I don't like to do that. So I'm going to do it here privately and exchange this with you. And just told him in so many words, he was like, well, I'll go back and listen. And, you know, if it's not you, I'll be man enough to apologize. And here's the point. You don't get to fucking fire that arrow. Okay? And then find out you're wrong. And then tell me how big of a fucking man you are for apologizing, for realizing you were wrong after I told you were fucking wrong. Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
He's going to send a fucking 3-paragraph apology for 10 followers.
Well, I don't want your apology, but that's the whole, like, just stop.
Just clean it up.
Stop. But yeah, to the whole point was, he was like, oh, well, it sounded an awful lot like Dallas, man. And people like saw this and they're like, do you know what Dallas does? Do you know who Dallas is?
He ain't on the radio, buddy. He's an A analyst. He ain't on the radio, dude. That's nothing against the radio guys, but
just the idea that I would ever have anything negative to say about keeping the Oakland A's in Oakland. Like I just wanted to reach through my fucking phone.
Well, we all know that you want them to go to Vegas.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, you do. You've told me that privately. You're like, don't say this. This is off the record, but I want the A's fucking out of there.
Well, I'm glad that you have. Wow. So your journalistic integrity has just been put on full display here.
Well, I'm podcasting right now. I'm not. I don't have a press pass right now.
Yeah, journalists don't do that. Journalists don't podcast. Never.
What I'm saying is, if that was disclosed to you privately in a journalistic conversation where someone uses the phrase "this is off the record," and then you tell people they told me this off the record, but here it is. You would get in trouble for that, is what I think.
Just recounting an experience that I had with you.
No, it's journalistic integrity.
Oh, am I going to lose my fucking journalistic license.
Yeah, people have a lot of respect for you as an unbiased baseball reporter.
I am, but I just felt like it was relevant to this conversation.
Oh, okay.
That I had to share.
Got it.
I also have to share a correction of a take that I had.
Ooh, did you fuck up?
I didn't fuck up. It's just that things changed. Yeah.
Although things change, so you just become wrong, and then
no. And I'll elaborate.
I was right until I wasn't, and things change. And when I become wrong,
I'll elaborate. And then I want an apology from you.
Oh, okay.
So here's what happened.
Here's what happened.
So at the time,
I
don't know, like a month and a half ago, maybe.
Yeah. Well, you say.
Hold on. About a month and a half ago, Mr. Peña was statistically having a better season than Julio Rodriguez. That's no longer the case. So at the time, I said Mr. Peña is the front runner for the American League Rookie of the Year award. Mm-hmm. At the time, that's true. What? Now I would like to correct that. Now I would like to say that Julio Rodriguez is the front runner. I think it's different. I'm wrong. Hold on. I'm wrong if I say that Mr. Peña is going to win. If I say he's the front runner, that can change.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Jake, am I right or wrong here?
I think you nailed it.
Thank you. Thank you, Jake. That's
where you're wrong is that you framed it like you had to. Like you made a mistake. You had to correct it.
No, I just wanted to
didn't make a mistake.
Because I told him.
Because Mariner fans were coming at me being like, oh, yeah, how's fucking Mr. Peña now? And I'm like, well, yeah, things can change. All I said was that he was the front runner because he was. And now he's not. Julio Rodriguez is having a better season. But at the time, I wasn't wrong. Now, I was right both times.
I told you that the JRod show was full effect. I told you what the JRod show.
I got some historical numbers. Do you want to hear these?
Let me tell you this, JRod. He's the first player since Rocco Baldelli to hit 20 bombs or hit 10 bombs, 20 homers in his first full season as a rookie.
I got one better. Than that.
What do you got?
He's the fastest player in MLB history to reach 15 plus home runs and 20 plus stolen bases, surpassing Ellis Burks and Barry Lamar Bonds.
I had all of these fucking notes written down from the game the other day on this, and I don't have my fucking scorecard near me right now.
It's from Alex Meyer. He pulls the stats for the Mariners. So you know that shit, right?
Yeah, it's I mean, because how many homers? He's got 19 homers, right?
So I pulled it up side by side here. He has 15 homers compared to Mr. Peña's 11. So I mean, he's got him in pretty much everything. He's got more runs.
Oh, I was just talking about overall.
Yeah. He's passed him in wins above replacement, Fangraphs. He's passed him there.
Well,
the defense is
so
really
I was just
where
gonna
it's
say,
a no contest.
Yeah, this is where Mr. Peña is going to make up ground and close the gap. Is Mr. Peña plays a very premium position as well.
Yes.
And because of the movement of Mr. Peña, as opposed to the limited movement for Julio,
yes,
he's getting love. He's getting a lot of love.
It's not like JRod's blowing him out of the water, but he has surpassed it. He has.
Yeah.
The 20 bags is also crazy. I mean, he's got 15 homers, 20 bags. He's probably going to drive in 100 or close to it.
Look up the Bill James Power Speed Index. I promise you, there's nobody better.
You know JRod. You know Julio Rodriguez's nickname on Baseball Reference is Acuna.
What?
It's one of them. Well, that
can't be right.
I'm not buying that.
JRod, Acuna, or Julio. So you can use any of those.
Fuck, man. I really wish I would have. I'm not going to go look for it. Oh, it's in my fucking car. I'm not.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's a 1,000 notes on Julio, man. But I mean, I look. I just watched it, front row seat. Couple homers, power everywhere, left field, center field, opposite field. The dude's fast as fuck. Closing speed on defense. Good arm.
I saw someone on baseball Reddit pose the question: is Julio Rodriguez the next Soto, Tatis, Acuna?
So, okay, let me ask you this. Both of you, since we've been talking about it right now, all right? 10 seconds, gun to your head, who you taking right now to start your team? Mr. Peña, the JRod Show. 9.
Mr. Peña.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
JRod.
1. And
It's
I
false.
said JRod as well.
Well, I said Mr. Peña. What are you going to do about it?
They're going to be different players. They're going to be similar players in terms of what I think their productivity is going to be overall. And it is that defensive value that I really balk at not taking Mr. Peña. But JRod just, oh man, like it's fun to watch. It is really fun to watch. The dude is special. And I feel like he's going to grow into his body, grow into his power. And what I hope is happening, or what I hope I see happen, is they let him play and they don't try to restrict his athleticism. I hope they try to turn him into a better base runner and a real base stealer, right? I don't know if Ichiro can have an impact there and help him out. But I mean, Ichiro's there every single day. They have an incredible relationship. So I'd love to believe that moving forward, if they're going to allow him to be the athlete that he is, Ichiro's got to get in there and help him out and give him what he can, if he hasn't already, which I have a hard time believing. So, like, whatever you can do to let this dude just remain the instinctual athlete he is, because it's not raw. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like when guys get labeled like that incorrectly. It's not like raw power, like he knows what he's doing. He's got a fucking incredible feel.
They're doing that so far. He's played every game this year. And he's 2 years younger than Peña.
Yeah, he is a like,
and the hype was greater coming up as well.
Well, it was
definitely.
like you are a, I don't want to call it a, well, fuck you, maybe you should, like, franchise. Is it savior? I don't know if it's a savior, but like, because I feel like, do you feel like the Soto hype compared to this hype similar?
No.
Because
No.
Soto was more. Soto was
more, and there was also like the heir to the Harper throne element of it. Like, JRod's not coming up there, and they're not comparing him to Griffey. He's not.
That's
taking
why I said
someone's spot.
savior, is because there is nobody he's replacing.
Yeah,
It's
they're
like
he's
you're
finally
showing
here.
up. Like,
Yeah.
now I'm here.
Yeah.
I think
if you look at the
Griffey's
facts,
still
they have
clearing
been
like
worse since he
3.5.
got there, though.
What's that?
If you look at the facts, they have been worse since he's arrived.
A lot of people
Well-
are blaming Robbie Ray for that, though.
Well, I don't know if you could,
Whoever
I
said
don't
that
know if-
is like
yeah.
crazy.
I didn't.
well, you might have been able to blame Robbie Ray for that.
I
You
didn't
might have
blame
been able to blame Robbie Ray for that for a while, because through May, like middle of May, it was actually Cinco de Mayo.
Mhm.
On Cinco de Mayo, things went south for Robbie, and they continued to go south for Robbie until right about the beginning of June.
So you're about
6th.
to say that Robbie Ray's back.
No, what I'm going to tell you is that from May 5th to June 6th, Robbie Ray was sporting an ERA north of 5.5, 5.58 to be exact. A FIP, very reflective of the lack of success there. A FIP of 5. That's right, 5. He's given up 10 jacks, 25 earned runs over 40 and a third innings during that stretch of time. Again, May 5th, June 6th. However, and as of very recently, which I just watched, but from June 12th on, okay, since June 12th, Robbie Ray is rocking a .80 ERA.
How many starts?
.80, a 2.19 FIP, 40 punch-outs over 33 and 2/3 innings, surrendering just 1 home run and 3 earned runs total in those 5 starts.
5 starts. I mean,
So
he's back.
Robbie
Yeah, he's
Ray's
fucking
back. Robbie Ray's back. The fucking Julio is like the best player in the league right now. I
What
know
sucks is that
half their
Ty
team is
Francis hurt.
suspended. Is he hurt? Yeah, he's. I didn't
but
even know that.
Crawford's back. I think Winker goes today. I think suspension, right?
Well, they're creeping
I
up, man. They're not completely out of it. And I know, JRod, you picked them. Do they have a chance?
Well, here's
Yes.
the, you know what? Here's the conversation that I would like to have. And it's, what does the playoff picture realistically look like? And I think we can realistically shape it up. And there's a couple different points of focus that you can have. I think obviously for Central fans, that's a place to start, because it's going to be whether or not the Minnesota Twins and Cleveland Indians and Chicago White Sox fancy themselves competitors, can figure their shit out, and if it's going to be in time to eventually win more games than the Tampa Bay Rays do, or the Toronto Blue Jays do, or the Boston Red Sox do. And I don't know if any of that's going to happen. So you're probably looking at, and the reason that you got to put all 3 of those AL East teams together is because there's only 2 games that separate Tampa and Boston, and that's the second place team and the fourth place team. So you go to the Central, where the division winner is going to October. Who's that going to be, though, between Minnesota and Cleveland? As it sits right now, Cleveland is 3.5 out. So what does that race end up looking like? And from there, that's where you start to talk about, what, is Seattle going to win enough games to even be in the conversation? Because out of all of those teams right now, they're tied with Cleveland.
I'd argue that Seattle is the conversation.
Well, that's why I said there's different points of focus here. So from there, Seattle. But if Seattle's there, is it too soon or is it too late to count out Texas and Anaheim? If they're only 3 wins behind Seattle, right? 3 wins? 3 or 4 wins?
So right now, Seattle is 4 games back of the wild card. Same with the White Sox. Rangers are 5. Cleveland is 2. So it's like clusterfuck between those teams.
If we're cutting the wild card off at 5, Texas, Seattle, the White Sox, Cleveland / Minnesota, those are the teams that we're talking about here. If you're cutting it off at 5 games, Anaheim outside looking in at 6.5 out of the wild card.
It looks like the AL East is going to have like 4 teams, but then I don't know, something my brain says that's like almost impossible.
They might have 5 playoff teams in the American League East.
No. What I think could be crazy, what I think is going to happen is that these teams, the top 4 contenders in the AL East, those teams are going to play each other fairly evenly, and then feast other places. That's what's going to happen. And Baltimore, as they typically are, is probably going to be spoiler to one of these teams And one of these teams is probably going to be able to take advantage of the Baltimore Orioles. So one of them's going to feast.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Orioles knocked the fucking Rays out of the contention, dude.
It's not, well, there you go. So it's not a knock on the Orioles. It's just me telling you that I think that one of these teams is going to fall victim to the Orioles kicking the shit out of them. When it's all said and done, they're going to win the season series, and those games are going to matter. Those games are going to count. And then there's going to be a team who, for whatever reason, rolled the O's. And when you look up and they're up by 3 games or whatever, and it's because they were 14 and fucking 5 against Baltimore, you're like, oh, well, you know what? They kicked the shit out of the Orioles. And the Orioles actually kicked the shit out of these guys. And that's why they're there and they're there.
Would the Orioles have a winning record in the Central or the West?
That's something I would want to know. I want to know the Orioles record versus the AL East compared to other teams.
I think it's safe to say. I mean, look, dude, if you put the O's in the fucking AL Central right now, they've probably got the third worst run differential.
Yeah.
Minnesota is the only positive team in the Central as far as run differential goes.
What's Seattle at? Because I could see Seattle or a team like, man,
I think Seattle is probably like a wash.
Yeah. I mean, last year they were like one game away. Didn't they have a negative? 10. They had like a negative last year. And that can happen this year where the Rays have like a plus 20, 40, I don't know, run differential and miss it because they're playing good teams when Seattle or Cleveland sneaks in with like
has a
negative.
+8 run differential.
That's all you need.
Yeah, I mean, the AL West, you take any of those 3 teams behind Anaheim or behind Houston, and they're very competitive in the AL Central. That's why I said the Sox and the Indians, or the Guardians, excuse me, and the Twins, they got to figure their shit out. Like, who wants it?
Who wants it?
Because that division, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
At home. Those ball games are at home.
They're going to get stomped, dude, first round. Whoever it is.
Who do you think it's going to be?
I think, I don't know, bro. Dude, I can't say the Guardians. I've already dismissed them completely. But part of me still has faith in the White Sox.
In the old pale hose?
Part of me really thinks La Russa.
They need help in the bullpen. If they get some help in the bullpen, maybe things can be a little better. Because they've still got guys that are down and out.
Yeah, it's just eventually one of these days it's just going to be like, not our year. And then it goes downhill from there. I mean, do they still have everybody on the IL? Tim Anderson's back. I know Liam Hendricks just came back.
Yeah, Liam's back. I mean, the same guys that are like who else is hurt? There isn't is Grandal banged up?
Grandal's hurt. Eloy.
Yeah, Grandal, Eloy.
But is that it? I think that's it.
No, well, the guys in the bullpen, Bummer, Kyle Crick.
The Baltimore Orioles are only 3 games under 500 when they don't play the AL East. They're 22-25.
Dude, they're so underrated. They got hitters, dude. They have some hitters.
Nothing to be trifled with.
Yeah, they're right there with the White Sox.
Dude, it's so unfair they're in the fucking AL East. They got to give them a break.
Mm-hmm.
The poor Baltimore, man.
Should baseball allow the last place team in each division? Should that be a rotating thing? Like, hey, you finished last, now you got to go play in this division for a year.
That would be awesome for tanking. That would be awesome. The amount of fucking bullshit that would cause with the owners spending like 10, they would spend money.
Imagine like what happens though? Like what happens if the, Like, all right, let's take a look at that. Let's play a fun little game here. All right, we're taking the Orioles, and where are we putting them?
In the Central.
The Central.
We're putting them in the Central. All right,
yeah.
We're taking the O's. We're putting them in the Central. All right, we're going to take the Royals from the Central, and where are we going to put them?
Got to put them in the East, I guess. If you want to go 1-for-1, or we can do a 3-way.
No, we're not just going to swap them like that. That's what I mean. Like, we could take them and put them anywhere. Like, interleague, like, we can move them anywhere. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take the Kansas City Royals, and they're going to go play in the NL Central. And the Reds are going to go play in the AL West. The A's are going to go play in the NL Central. And the Colorado Rockies are going to try their hand in the AL East. Because
I don't hate it.
Because you know what? I kind of want to see what some of those offensive numbers for the fucking Yankees, Red Sox, and Blue Jays would look like with some games in Coors Field.
So, like, they've had success against the Red Sox. So, really, it's the Orioles are 27-28 when they don't play the Yankees, Blue Jays, or Rays.
Wow, so it's probably the Red Sox that are the stepchild of this division, but their success against other teams is what's keeping them in there. Okay, all right.
No.
You just no. I get it. You didn't want to say it. I had to say it. That's
no.
Dude, the Orioles would low key be a dynasty in the Central.
Right? I mean, they beat the shit out of the Red Sox, and then if they could keep those games.
That's not true.
With Mancini, Cedric Mullins, Austin Hayes, Mountcastle, like these guys are actually good hitters.
Cedric Mullins.
These guys are good hitters, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say I know the prospects, but what I'm hearing is that they have they're beefed up. I heard they got a good catcher over there who's a young guy.
Oh, Adley.
The only problem is this dude, they're in the fucking East. Like, they need a lot of help to beat like what's going on. If they're in the Central, we're talking about the Orioles. Like, dude, this is like the Royals back in like 2012 or whatever. Remember?
Yeah, the Orioles are up and coming right now against the Chicago White Sox, who were an up and comer, who now have their guys here, and it's like, are the O's? Are they nipping at the heels of the White Sox as the next best franchise in this division?
Dude. And the sad thing about the Orioles is that they used to be like they used to spend like as much money as anyone. They had the stars in like the 90s. Then the Nationals cucked them because they, if we're talking big market, small market, back then when the Orioles were the only team in the DMV, like that was like a big market, low key. It's in Baltimore, but it's like you got Virginia, DC, and Maryland, Northern Virginia at least. Like that was a big market, like a sneaky big market. But the Nats cucked them, and now they don't spend any money, and that probably has a lot to do with it. If I had to guess,
that hurts.
Like, you know who really fucks the Orioles season? It's not even an AL East thing. It's the Oakland A's. It's the Oakland A's and the Yankees.
How does that happen?
They're 5-3 against the Red Sox. They're 3-1 against the White Sox. They're 4-3 against the Royals. 2-1 against the Angels. 3-4 against the Twins. 4-9 against the Yankees. 1-3 against the A's. 2-4 against the Mariners. They took 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals. 4-5 against the Rays, and they split 2-2 against the fucking Blue Jays. So like, it's not even like it's not an AL East thing.
Hey, well, I feel like there's got to be something. There's something to do with probably me having beaten Baltimore in my debut and then me being in the booth there. There's just that. There's that mojo. There's a fabric, and so
I don't think that's it.
Yeah, the Orioles are playing spoiler, but the A's are spoiling the spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would they be against everyone except for the A's and Yankees?
Let's just take out every team they don't do good against.
Yeah, if they didn't have to play teams that beat them, this team would kick the shit out of everybody.
But I mean, the Yankees are the best team in baseball. The Yankees are the best team in baseball. So it's like, all right.
All right, so here's the deal. If the Baltimore Orioles don't place 26 teams in Major League Baseball, if they just had to play 4 teams, 3 teams, they'd be great.
No, that's not what I said.
It's close.
It's not.
It's close. I feel like if you do the math, I'm closer.
No.
Oh, let me crunch the numbers real quick. Damn, Orioles are undefeated. Fuck.
Guys, I know you can't see this, but on the model I'm looking at here, all right?
You guys are obviously scared of the Orioles.
You are, because they beat the fucking tight pants off the Boston Red Sox.
I don't care about that.
Oh, man. You should.
I don't.
Well,
personally, I don't.
Priorities.
Yeah.
Get them right.
Yeah, JRod doesn't even care about the Red Sox.
No.
Hey, is Fernando Tatís Jr. Is he going to be somebody who, and I hate to think of it like this, is the position shuffle and the injury bug going to rob us of consistent greatness from Fernando Tatís Jr.? Because there's whispers of him heading back to the outfield when he returns from the injured list. And I said this when he made the move to the outfield initially. You think about what the Angels have done with Mike Trout, and they've told him, get your ass back there. When we're talking about defensive setup, play deep, take doubles away off the wall, leap and grab a homer if you can. But as far as diving and laying out for balls, let's really pick our spots if we're going to do that, okay? Because your value is not leaping around out there. It's at the plate. We need to keep you healthy. We need that to happen. So Fernando Tatís Jr., dynamic player. You put him in the infield, instinctually, you think that dude is not going to want to leap for a baseball, lay out and dive with his bad glove shoulder? Yes, he's going to want to do that, regardless of him having a bad glove shoulder. He's going to want to lay out. He's going to want to make plays. He's an athlete, a pretty freakish one. And so you're going to have that same conversation with him out in the outfield as well. What I don't want to call it worry. What I wonder is for Fernando Tatís Jr., does him playing a different position impact his personality and what he thinks he's bringing to the table? Does that then impact what he thinks he has to do offensively if he's standing out in center field feeling like, I'm not doing what I think I could be doing? Or maybe it's left, right, fuck, I don't know, wherever they want to put him. But does that affect what he's thinking about at the plate? And that's why I ask, has him going through this injury stuff and now this potential position change, I hope we're not going to get to a point where we're entertaining this frequently and we're not going to see Fernando Tatís Jr. settle in to the perennial all-star that he is.
Can it hurt him that bad? The guy's like a fucking... all he's done is hit. I mean, how...
Well,
as someone watching, it's like I feel like watching Fernando Tatís Jr. I don't like if they put him in the outfield, it wouldn't be like, it's not as cool anymore.
Well, you still run. My point is, you still run the same risk of injury protection, injury guarding. Like, hey man, we're gonna go the Mike Trout route. Like, play deep, rob homers and doubles, run shit down in the alley, but we don't want you laying out for shit. Like, he's going to have to restrain himself still out there. And to that point, he's going to be at top speed when he's laying out for shit. He's going to be at top speed when he's running into the wall or running to the wall, trying to elevate and make a play.
Yeah.
So you're running a risk either way. I just hope that we're not getting to a point where this doesn't start to impact him and we see his game start to tick down because he's being overly cautious and blah, 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 blah. And that's why I asked, does the mindset change for him going to center field or going to the outfield as opposed to playing shortstop, where maybe he feels like he has more of an impact defensively as well? Because, look, guys just want to help their team win. And on an 0 for night, if you're making great plays, like, you can kind of live with the lack of production at the plate. You're not happy about it, but maybe you've kept a guy from scoring. You've held him at third base. You've kept a ball from squirting into the outfield with 2 outs that keeps the guy at third base. Whatever it is.
So do they want to move him to prevent injury, or because he's not good at shortstop? And are they actually going to do that? Because I feel like they wanted to do that before anyway, kind of. And now they got the injuries. It's kind of like another excuse.
Yeah, I think it's about health. I don't know, right? It's not necessarily about playing shortstop.
He'll be, I don't know. I can you see him actually doing that though? I guess it kind of makes sense. They want to keep Hong Sung Kim in the, bring him to the outfield, then bring up Cano back. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
They've put him out there before. I don't know.
Why don't they put him at second? Wouldn't they put Mookie Betts in second, the Dodgers, to protect him?
That's terrible.
He's came up as an infielder.
Yeah, but he actually didn't come up as an infielder. He was a minor league infielder who came up as an outfielder because they had nowhere else to put him, and then he became the best defensive outfielder in Major League Baseball history, maybe.
Yeah, so he came up through the minor leagues as a infielder, correct.
Also, I found a way to word this that doesn't sound stupid. The Orioles are 5-12 against the Yankees and the A's, but they're 500 against everyone else. They're 32-32 against everyone else. That's pretty interesting.
Damn.
JRod has spent 15 minutes trying to figure out a way
how
that
to
he
make the
frame
Orioles
this.
look good.
Yeah,
it doesn't help that it's
a great
against
job.
the A.
Yeah, like it sucks. It sucks that it's the A's because
it's the best team in baseball and a team that's sort of struggling.
They blow.
Things are not going as anticipated.
You mentioned Mookie Betts, though. You mentioned Mookie Betts. He has a teammate that he's been teammates with for quite some time, since 2016. About 7 seasons together now. And he's thinking about calling it a career. And that's my close personal friend, David Price.
Yeah. Are there words to this? Is there a source to this?
They're his words. So he's so just like laid back and like doesn't give a fuck. I mean, like, it's different. When he was in Boston, he gave a fuck. He was very online. He was very rabbit ears. Now he's just like, eh. And he has a great attitude. Like, the story, if you read the whole story, like, I'll paraphrase parts of it. But the story was essentially asking him about his role as a reliever. Because it's like, the Dodgers have had Clayton Kershaw go down, and Dustin May go down, and Walker Buehler go down. And every single time and Trevor Bauer apparently isn't on the team anymore. Every time the Dodgers have had a starter unavailable to pitch for them, and most of these guys that I just named have all been extended periods. It's been like a month, 2 months, a year. David Price was never really considered for the rotation. It's always just been like, you found a nice home here in the bullpen, and we're going to keep you there because we like you there. And I think Dave Roberts talked about having to extend Price and get him stretched out to be in the rotation. It would just be too much of a hassle. So he's happy having him right there. And he essentially was like, well, this is the last year of my 7-year contract that I signed with the Red Sox. And I asked my son, do you want me to be home or do you want me to keep playing? He said the only reason why I would keep playing is if, it's still fun and it's cool for my kids to be able to see me pitch and be in the big leagues. But if my son ever said, like, I want you to be home, then I'll be home. And originally when I first asked him, he said, I want you to be home. And then before this season started, he said, I want to keep watching you pitch. So he was asked, like, are you going to retire after this year? And he said, yeah. Well, yes and no. And that was what he said, was like, originally I asked my son, he said, I want you home. And then I asked him before the season started, and he said, I want you to keep pitching. So it's kind of a fluid conversation where, I mean, maybe he's back, maybe he isn't. But I didn't think he was having as good of a season as he's having. His numbers aren't bad out of the bullpen.
No,
at least this year. Yeah, he's doing okay. It's like a mid-3.
Yeah, the only thing I can really say about the retirement thing is, there's things that motivate guys for different reasons. And he's made it very clear that his family is the priority, and whatever his children want, like that's what he's going to be doing, right? Like, and so if he can mentally stay sharp enough and stay healthy, then why would he not be able to just kind of keep it fluid for himself, right? Because to your point, Jared, he's got a nice little home in the bullpen. The demand on David Price and the responsibility is nowhere near what it was in the past.
Yeah.
He has that monkey off his back, like he talked about. He's got the Cy Young in the closet. He's a 5-time All-Star. He's got the World Series, like
the ERA titles.
Boxes checked. Checked.
The one cool thing about that story too was he was like, are you bothered that they're not even considering you for the rotation when these spots open up? And he was like, no. He's like, it's cool to see these younger guys get those starts. He's like, I want them to, like, when you take that into arbitration, I want these guys to get paid. He's like, I made my money.
He knows what that is. He knows what that does for guys. He's watching careers unfold, and he was that guy. And so he knows, like, he came up, instant impact, fucking important innings out of the bullpen for his team, right? He knew what the future was going to look like, but he understands that once you make your way from those shallow bullpen waters, those tide pools in the bullpen, to now you get out into the surf. And now you're the long guy and you're making a spot start here and there. Now you paddle out, you're in the lineup, which means you're in the rotation, and you're looking to take waves. You're looking to take sets. You're looking to throw buckets, bruh.
Yeah.
Just fucking rip tide, son.
Yeah.
And that's what he's watching these guys do right in front of him. So he's fucking amped for that because the hay is in the barn. The statue at home is built. His family likes him. His kid thinks he's cool. Like, so he's like, that's what I'm here for. If little dude wants to see it, then I'll keep strapping it on, because everything that I have where I'm at right now, what I mean to this team, what they're asking me to do, I think I can do that as long as the body holds up. So
anyways, shout out to David Price. I hope he comes back. I mean, I still love watching him pitch. Obviously, he's not the 96, 97 anymore, but it's just fun to watch him pitch now with like diminished velocity, because he can still pitch. Like, he can still keep guys off balance, and his pitch mix. Right now, he's got 19 2/3 innings out of the bullpen, 24 strikeouts, a 3.20 ERA. There's some traffic, the 1.32 WHIP, but I mean the FIP is close to the ERA. It's 3.26 to 3.20 with an 11 strikeouts per 9. So, it's a nice little roll, and I would hate to. It's ultimately, obviously, it's what's best for him and his family, but I would hate to have it be a situation where it's like, I signed this big deal and I don't need the money. So now that the deal's up, I'm just going to ride off into the sunset. Like, I kind of like when guys are like, yeah, I'm out there because I love it. But that's always kind of been like a question with him. I think there was documentary that they did on him before. I think he was still in Tampa. And this dude was projected to be and ended up being the first overall pick in the 2007 draft. He was at Vanderbilt and was going to quit baseball and go work at McDonald's because he just wasn't having fun anymore. So this is a guy that even before all the money, before the $217 million, would tell you, if I don't want to do this, I'm not going to do this. So we'll see what happens.
He done did it.
Yeah, he did. An interesting note of this wasn't on the rundown. This is a developing story here. Will Middlebrooks, friend of mine, former Red Sox World Series champion, also has a podcast. And he said on his podcast, quote, this was the question: who would you rather have on your roster for the next 5 years, Rafael Devers or Aaron Judge? And I'm answering the same. I mean, Rafi's younger. He's lefty. Anyways, the quote was, if I'm thinking longevity, I'd rather have Rafi Devers. I have the assurance of him being on the field for 140 games. Aaron Judge liked that tweet.
Motivation.
I guess, but I mean, you can't be petty about someone picking the younger player who's like...
Yeah, why can't you? Why can't you if you're looking... That's the thing, is you don't get to tell me how I light my fire, motherfucker. You want to use lighter fluid? Go ahead. I don't. I use something else. And my shit might burn just a little bit hotter and might burn just a little bit longer when it's all said and done. So you don't get to tell somebody how they stoke their fire, how they start their, like how I'm motivated. I mean, if you want to concern yourself with it, go ahead. But that's where Aaron Judge is at mentally right now. You got to think about that. Like, that's the thing. Baseball players, the mindset, JRod, is tunnel vision. You got to lock the fuck in, and you got to lock in on the lie that you're telling yourself each and every day, which is you're just a little bit better than you actually are. You have to believe that lie. You have to be in a position to tell yourself that lie each and every day. And that's what doing little shit like that does for you, is it allows you to continue to stay motivated. It allows you to continue to tell yourself whatever little lies you have to. And for Aaron Judge, if that's, hey, people think that everybody else is so much better than you. You think you're having a good run right now? There's other people that would still take other guys that aren't as good as you right now. They would rather have them on their team than you. You good with that? Because you did just bet on yourself. Remember that. You just turned down over $200 million to play the game that you loved your entire life. Are you prepared for that? Are you prepared? And each and every day, if you need that motivation, JRod, you've got to find a way to start that fire. And if you don't like that, you can get fucked, because I'm grinding.
Get fucked. Aaron Judge's Aaron Judge's have been a little bit of a chip on his shoulder lately. I've noticed.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little fired
Come
up,
on.
calling himself the best player on the team, straight up. Like,
oh,
it's not much of a Judge type thing to say, I would
Well,
think.
he's not. There's a reason why they don't put the C on his jersey. It's because he's more of a me guy. He's not
really?
a team guy. Yeah, he's like, obviously I'm the best player on my team. Like, it's the best team in the universe, and they're the best because I said this.
I can't believe you too.
He's big time Rabbit Ears guy too, because a lot of his liked tweets say Aaron Judge in them, but he's not tagged in them. So he's just like going fucking 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts and then searching Aaron Judge on Twitter to see what people are saying about him.
What a monster. I know you've never searched your name on Twitter before.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
There's no fucking way.
No, I don't care. You can say what
Joe, like, I swear to God, it was like maybe a month ago. I didn't even know how to do that shit. And JRod is like, no, you gotta. Like, yeah,
that's good. Once you learn, you
I know
can't
how
stop.
to search for a tweet, but I don't search my name on Twitter. I don't give a fuck. You know?
Okay.
Yeah,
You're better than
you know,
Aaron.
Yeah. We believe that. Everybody here believes that.
If I searched my name on Twitter, then there would be like you would look through my likes and see me liking petty tweets or whatever. Like there's nothing like that in there. It's all at. If you
hold
me,
on,
I'll
hold
see
on.
it.
Who said you had to actually like any of it?
I mean, who's looking for it to not engage with it? That's weird.
I do that all the time, dude. Not all the time. There's not
Really?
that many tweets. Yeah,
That's
I'll search
weird.
baseball
I do that all
doesn't
the
exist
time.
on Twitter, and I'll just like, look, what do people say? And there's some funny
But-
tweets.
People don't even know your government name. Like, how the fuck are they?
Well, I
gonna...
search my channel. They know I'll search my channel, and people are like, "Ooh, I just found this channel," and I'm like,
Got it. Got it.
Joe's starting a little fucking skin fire in
Yeah.
the background. That's right, baby. Give me the
So,
subs. Give me the subs.
The reason why I don't search my name on Twitter is because my Twitter handle is my name. So if I search my name, it'll just bring up all my mentions anyway. And then you have to sift through your mentions to find one that isn't tagged. Like that's a
Yeah,
fucking
no, that's
nightmare.
not you. That's not you. You're not a receipt guy. You're not one of those.
I'll remember if you tag me. If you talk shit and you tag me in it, I'll see it and I'll remember it for sure. But I don't go looking for people tweeting about me without tagging me. Plus, I have
that shit.
for whatever reason.
That's where JRod takes the moral high ground there. Like, fuck.
No, it's because people don't spell my name right.
That's I don't do that. Internets.
You know
That's
how
bad
often
that's
often
bad
like
internet.
if like I get JARRED or like Carrabis is spelled wrong, like people that are gonna talk shit about me are not gonna spell my name right anyway. This is not out there. This is not where
So
you're
just searching your wrong name to really get to the bottom of it.
right.
I do it, dude. I go because every time I post my video, they'll put it on the baseball Reddit, and I always go to look for that shit because the fucking people on Reddit, they give me a hard time, bro. Fuck Reddit.
Reddit
Fuck people
flames
on Reddit.
everyone.
Yeah, dude. I get pissed, dude. They fucking
Our Reddit sucks. Like the starting 9 Reddit sucked, and now like the baseball is dead Reddit is starting to suck. I don't know what it is because the section 10 Reddit is awesome. Everyone's like a huge fan. Everyone's super positive. They love the show. They love everyone on the show. And then on the starting 9 / baseball is dead Reddit, they just fucking hate everything and everyone. Like, why do you listen then? You're like, they are the. I went in the other day. Like, I'll go in there, and I literally said, "Shut the fuck up" to someone in there because they were like, they were like, "Oh yeah, like you know the bit that JRod does where like he like says Dallas said something, but he really didn't say it. Can we stop that? Can we not?" Like, no, fuck you. It's funny. Shut the fuck up. That's a funny fucking bit, and it's new this year. I didn't do that before. That's a fucking new thing that we've done on this show. If you don't like it, fuck you. It's funny.
go back to the starting 9 Reddit, bro.
Yeah. Dipshit. It's fucking
All the
funny.
real
If
hitters-
I laugh
all the
at
real-
it, it's funny.
All the real hitters are on Discord anyway. That's the truth.
See, I don't do Discord. I don't get it.
I feel like these are just like different layers of like less filters, right? Like Twitter, you can say X, Y, and Z. Reddit, like you can, I think, like you could probably start to sell body parts on Reddit and like talk some shit. And then Discord, like you could do, like you'd probably hire a hitman on Discord. I think. What are you doing? YMCA. What do you got?
From John Morosi,
Uh-oh.
Jake. From John Morosi, Jake. Update. Chris Sale could return to the Red Sox rotation as early as next week. Alex Cora told MLB Network Radio the team officials will see how he's feeling on Thursday after tomorrow's injury rehab start. If all checks out, Sale's subsequent game could be at the major league level.
We're back.
No, we're not yet. We're not yet.
Let's go.
We're not yet.
Back, Sox. Let's go, Sox. Red Sox
No, no.
Nation.
Yeah, JRod, you ready for a little premature we-baculation? Oh,
No.
We back. Oh,
No.
we back.
No.
Oh, Carrabis.
No.
Huh?
No.
Give me the last day. Give me the last day. So what? How's it going to go? What's the how does this
How
work?
do the planned off days work? There's the planned off days you guys did in 2018 and that worked out so well for you. Like, just let me know what the planned off days is going to be for Chris Sale, because Alex scores a genius and everything, and his idea of Chris Sale is to play an off day. So I'm trying to see. You have so many starters in the Red Sox rotation. You got guys coming. You got James Paxton coming back, and you got Michael Wacha, and now you're calling up this rookie on Wednesday. Where's he fit in? Because you have the planned off days, and you can have everyone fit, right? You plan the off days, and you can have 8 starters if you want.
So we'll see.
Well, they can't let him pitch with the yellow jerseys. He's not going to like that. He's gonna start cutting jerseys.
Let's make sure shit fits, or we're gonna have Chris Sale out there in his sliders. All right, let's not get things off. Oh, can we please get him back on fuck? What kind of theme night? God, I would pay a lot of money for Chris Sale to be back on a themed throwback night where he just fucking incinerates the team unis. That was still one of my favorite things that a guy's ever done. Just no, you know what we're going to do with these? We're going to cut them all up. Fuck you. We're not wearing these.
Well, I see the Red Sox going to be in Toronto soon. Maybe he comes up. Oh, never mind. So maybe a couple games after that. Maybe
yeah.
A little more time to.
Did you like that one, Dallas? Right. Did you like that one?
Yeah, I'm just looking over the schedule. We don't want him we don't want to get on a out of the country first star law travel. We want to close to home. Keep him close to home.
I don't think they go to Toronto until September. So we're good. Plus, I don't think that'll be an issue by then.
What?
Wow.
Travel? Is there a visa?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Jared?
He's got like a passport issue.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of time. You can have those things expedited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that'll be that.
There's that.
Mm-hmm. So
is that all we got? Just that?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Right?
I believe so.
All right. Well, we'll be back. It's a short week. Fucking Monday holiday. You get your baseball is dead on a Tuesday, and then we'll be right back on Thursday.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
We go.